Hey guys, it's your favorite gold miner, prospector, and geologist, Jeff Williams. And I've got you out here in the middle of the desert on a nice sunny day in June, and we're gonna go looking for lost waterfalls of gold. And if you know what to look for, they can be extremely rich. But I don't recommend you coming out here in summertime because the desert temperatures out here are incredibly hot, and that will raise your core temperature fast. But we're gonna get into it, look around and see what we can find. But I found one out here, so I know there's got to be another one. So let's get into it. Now the current temperature right now is about 115, and it definitely feels like it. All right, so I'm gonna go walk up into that canyon there and see if we can find anything. Oh, look what I'm finding out here. Look at this. You guys know what that is, right? You should, after all the videos I've made. That's a trumpet plant. They grow in heavily ironized soil. That means I'm in a good zone. All right, let's keep going, see what we can find. Now, the way that I usually find these places is that I'll scour Google Earth. And then what I'll do is I'll use the secret numbers that I made a video about. Remember those numbers? What I'll do is I'll draw a radius around the waterfall that I found last using those numbers, and then using Google Earth, see if I find anything within that proximity. And I know that those are used primarily for lode, but think about it. Where did that placer gold come from? Lode deposits. So that's why I like to use those numbers. And it's worked for me every time. Look at this. I've got rhyolite here. Here's an extrusion of it. It's so hot out here, my camera keeps shutting off. So I'm gonna get what I can for you guys. I'm gonna teach you some geology too. Look at this. Look at that monker right there. Isn't that pretty? It's a piece of granitic rock, and the little black shiny things that are in there that people think are gold, that's called biotite mica. Remember, you got two types of mica. You have more, but the most prominent ones is biotite, which is the black, and muscovite, which is the white. You also have quartz in there, which is obvious. And you also have feldspars in there, usually in the form of K-spars, potassium feldspars. And once in a while, you'll have black specks in there, which is hornblende. It's a no-brainer. But this is always a good sign out here too. And look at this. And you see this in the wash a lot. See this? See the red staining? That's called hematite. When you see that in the mix, that's really, really good. That means you've got good mineralization going on. But I got all kinds of stuff. Oh, look at this one. Oh, that's a nice one. Look at that monker. Huge amounts of hematite in it. And I got rocks like this, which are speckled, black and white. Usually those are referred to as granodiorite. Diorite's easy to remember. Think of a Dalmatian. Dalmatian, diorite. Because they both are black and white. So, all right, let's get up into this canyon, see if I can find some shade. All right, I got a nice little wash here, and it looks good. Oh, I highly recommend you guys don't do, oh, look at this. Look, look, look. I got black sand everywhere. Oh, look at this black sand right here. See that? Take a magnet, look at that. Just suck all that black sand up. Isn't that cool? There's just gobs and gobs of it here. Now, like I said, I highly recommend you don't do this in the summertime because this heat will get you real good. Oh, I got waterfalls everywhere. Look at this. Nice. Oh, black sand galore. Jeez. This is fantastic. And look what I got. That's right. I got me a waterfall. It doesn't look that promising. I'll still clean it out. Yeah, I got a waterfall right here. All these caves and rhyolite and dacite. See that? You can see where it's brecciated too. It's all been broken up and re-cemented. And look, I've got a fault running right through here. Do you see it? I don't even see it on camera. I can see the shear zones up there. And look what's in the middle of it right here. See that? That's fault breccia. That's always a good sign. It looks like it's got mineralization in it too. Oh, that's a really good sign. The only problem is I don't see anything down here to catch gold. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna vacuum out all the little pockets. So as the gold's coming down, it'll get stuck here because there's not gonna be anything in this flow sand, not at all. Because flow sand doesn't hold anything. You gotta have big rocks down at the bottom of the waterfall to hold anything. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're going to use this guy right here. And we're gonna suck out all the little cracks and crannies, and it works beautifully too. So let me get on to getting that on. That's about all you can put in it in one shot, because it starts to plug this guy up. So you just do a little at a time. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna suck up as much as I can. I'm gonna put it in this bag right here, and then we're gonna go down and pan it out. And then we're gonna see if this waterfall truly does have any gold. If it does have any kind of gold in it whatsoever, I'm gonna mark it on my map that I keep of all my waterfalls. And then when it cools off in the fall and the winter, I'll come back, and then I can clean off all the bedrock, and I can get all this flow sand out and see if there's anything down below. But right now we're just sampling. But you gotta be careful out here in the summertime in the middle of the desert, because these temperatures, man, I'll tell you what, especially in a canyon, the rocks will actually absorb the heat and make it hotter than it is above the canyon. And there's no wind down here either. So, all right, I know. Enough crying, Jeff. Get on to getting that gold. Yeah, I know, I got it. We're gonna call this one the Lost Bird Beak Waterfall. See all this aggregate, this unconsolidated aggregate, and you can see the different bedding planes right here. See that? These are different bedding planes. And look, it's sitting on top of this granite. So this contact zone would be a good place to look for gold. Look at this. See that? Beautiful contact zone. The only thing I don't like, it's not consolidated. All that is a whole bunch of aggregate and mud that's been brought in during the last ice age melt. It brought all this stuff in. So all this stuff was underwater at one time. Isn't that amazing? Walking around in the canyon out here, I noticed something interesting. Do you see it? Right up there in that little tiny saddle. It doesn't look like anybody comes out here. So let's go take a look at it together. Oh, I see a lot of hematite. Hematite staining. You see that? Oh, that's good stuff right there. Look at that. Look at that. Nice. Oh, that is good. I'm gonna have to mark this on the map and sample it. And look, a trumpet plant growing right next to it. Well, that just goes to show you that these trumpet plants, they do grow in heavily mineralized soil. And he looks good too, nice and healthy. And you see that? That's nothing but trumpet plants. All along the top. Woo, all right, let's get a sample. That's why you always bring a hand lens with you, so you can inspect just gobs of iron and hematite and quartz, which is a no-brainer. Got some feldspars in there too. All right, we're gonna go ahead and pull some of this beautiful material. Ooh, I wonder what's on the other side. Nothing. This is it. This is the only outcrop. Take a look at this. All right, I know. Enough jaw jacking, Jeff. Go pan it out. We want to see. I want to see too. Ooh, I found some water. Let's see what we got here. Oh, that water's gonna feel good on my little tootsies. All right. Oh, I hope there's no broken glass out there. Remember what I told you, stratify. Tilt forward, rake to the back. All the big, my glasses. I didn't think it was going to be this busy down here. Oh no. Oh man, I need to find a better place. Let's see what we got here. Of course, gobs and gobs of black sand. Ah, look at that. I thought I saw a fleck. Yeah, there it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and a whole bunch of fines. Look at that. I don't know if you can see that. That one's really, really coarse and rough. These are all flat. That's the one I'm interested in. And look at all these little fines in there. It's the rough one I'm really curious about, because rough gold means that it didn't travel far from its source. So that's the one I'm really interested in. My problem is I didn't isolate the two. Remember, I got dirt from 2 different locations. The waterfall and at the contact zone of all that aggregate that's been washed down of the melting glaciers millions of years ago. So I got to go back now and check again. Remember what I told you? Always label your samples. Don't mix them. But this is good. I'll put this on the map with the rest of my waterfalls. We'll go back. We'll do a full in-depth video. I might even tell you where it's at. And don't forget, at the end of each month, we give away a brand new Gold Monster 1000 metal detector and bags and bags of pay dirt. If you want to get involved with that, just look for the little icon at the end of the video that looks like that. Smash it, make a $10 pledge, and you're in like Flynn. And speaking of smashing, smash that like button, smash it hard! And I'll see you on the next video. My feet.